January 13th today, I think. And while I forgot to video any today, we've got a nice shiny S780 right here, completely washed. Everything's done. There's a little bit of streaking going on, but I think that's from previous stuff. But anyways, it's looking pretty good, So me and Trevor just finished up. I figured I'd better get on here and video some and update you guys. So it's looking pretty good. I got a clean cab out, and we got to do full service on it and everything yet, but I wanted to get this one out of the way. That way we could get the 670 backed over here and get it ready to be washed. So Cody will be working on this one. This is his machine that he runs, so him and somebody else will work on this one. So got a long way to go on this one. It took us a while on mine, but we finally got it, so I'm pretty happy with it. We can get it a lot better when we're in a nice indoor climate. You can take time and be picky with it and get everything off of it. So I'm pretty happy with it. So he'll be able to get this one about the same way and everything. So it is about 10 o'clock, so it took us a while to get that done, but we wanted to get it all done and finished up. So see you guys in the morning. Done today. We came up here and we set up our birthing pen there if we have to end up pulling a calf out of one of these heifers here. But they are looking good so far. They should be having calves here in a few weeks coming up. We finished up our projects with cattle today. We're inside a bin now. Seed bean bin. This is one of the ones out north of town. They wanted some samples, so I got a couple 5-gallon buckets, and I just finished the second one, so I just let it down to the ground. A very fun day to be doing this, because it's very cold, very windy, and the roof is covered with ice and snow. So the other big right there is actually that one right there is where I was at on the other. It's actually worse because there's more snow on it. There's a bucket you can see down there. Anyways, I was kind of afraid that snow was gonna slide down off that roof and with the ice and knock me off the ladder. But anyways, we made it down, so we got some soybeans. I don't know if the company that is buying these soybeans or that owns these genetics or whatever, I don't know if they're wanting samples because they're finding something bad in them, or if they just need a sample. I don't know, but anyways, we got them now. It's the next day, Wednesday, I think. We're gonna try to move some cattle today, so we got trailer, getting ready to hook it up. I gotta back up some more. Had to get the 6R out of this barn, and it was cold. I think it got down about 0 last night. How far is too far? We're getting close. We might have to jack it up. We got enough snow built up in the shed here that it is higher. And let's go back up some more. Got it lined up. It's so cold that the cord is like, I can't even like move this cord. luckily it has taken form of where it has to go. I think I'm gonna have to go this way because of these snow piles. All right, go pull that tractor back in. Come on. Okay, we just got back out here and got another load loaded up, so that's gonna be 28 that we've brought back today. So that'll be plenty enough to keep the silo going, and so we're gonna end up with 48 there at the home farm. And then we were trying to count how many we got left here in this barn, but we'll just have to see someday whenever they're lined up. So anyways, we'll be ready to work those tomorrow and get those put in that barn. We have plenty of room now. So get these back home, get them unloaded. And then we got to come back out here again with a service truck, and then I got to service the 7220, the tractor that's on the feed wagon, because it's needing an oil change. Hip. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, we got those dumped off. Getting some fuel in this truck so we have it tomorrow, because we got to go back out there again, and we're going to work those calves in the front of the barn. About 50 of them we got to work, so we're going to bring those back up to the barn. So anyways, we're going to do that tomorrow afternoon. But now we're going to try to get the chopper out of the shop. We got to hook it up to the corn head. It's sitting over there, and then we're going to try to go take it to put it away for the winter. Okay, we got this corn head picked up, and we're going to take this thing and put it away. We're having some trouble with the fuel pump on this thing, I believe. That's what we think the problem is, because it's running kind of rough, and I think that's what our problem was whenever this thing wouldn't start. So we're thinking that's a problem, but we'll get a pump ordered, I guess, and go from there, but we don't really know what else to do with it. All right, next day, we just finished up feeding, and we've got to start on our other projects for today. So first off, I didn't get back out here to change the oil in this yesterday. I guess kind of on purpose, because we decided we're just going to bring this back to the farm, to the main farm, and we'll change the oil in it, and then we're going to unhook this feed wagon, and we are going to hook up to our brand new feed wagon that we've been waiting on. So we're going to hook up to that, and then this one is going to get a new, we ordered a new liner to put in the front, stainless steel. I can show you kind of where it's worn out and stuff. So we just bought this wagon here this fall, and we needed another one because our other two that we had were getting pretty worn, and they weren't quite as reliable as we needed them to be, especially with being busy this fall with harvest and everything. We didn't have time for anything breaking down. So we found this one. I think it's like a 2020 model, and it had some wear on it and stuff, but overall it's been a pretty good wagon. I really like it. So anyways, we're going to get this one fixed before it has any problems with wearing out. This is going to be our spare wagon, and then we're going to be using the new one, which is a little bit of an updated or a different design. I can show you how it's a little bit different as well. So we're going to be using that one first thing tomorrow. But anyways, we got to get this back so we can get it serviced, and then we're going to come back, get the truck, and then get lunch, and then we will probably start sorting out cattle to start working. So we've got about 50 head that we want to get worked for the second time today. We got to band the bulls, and then we're going to separate them out, heifers, steers, and then we're going to have our weaning pen empty, so that way tomorrow or this weekend, hopefully we can get some more calves into the building. All right, just made it back. get this thing in the shop. All right, we just got everything done with working these cows. So we worked about 50. Here's the heifers here behind me. They all look pretty good. We've already got the steers moved up to the other barn. That's why I have the trailer here. Got those moved up. Had to situate some pins in here. I got these all good to go and everything. So we gotta go fix a pin up there at the first barn, and then we should be good for that for today. I was gonna try to set up the camera today, but kind of forgot because I actually brought the GoPro, but doesn't really do me any good because I forgot to set it up. So maybe next time. Hey, here we are. We got the new mixer wagon. I was coming over here to look at the other one. I'm noticing that the chute on this one is not going up quite as far as I think it should, but maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. I'm not for sure though. Not sure if this one goes up any farther or not, because it might, but the other one just didn't seem like it was going folding up quite as far. But anyways, I guess I'll show you the difference between these two wagons while I'm kind of standing here. This is a 3130, just an older model, which this one's actually only a couple years old. But anyways, so you've got your reel here. They call this the reel. There's four big bars in here, and then that's what goes around, scrapes it up, throws it up into this bottom auger, and then that brings it forward right there to the gate. We open that gate up and it lets the silage and feed go out. So this has straight bars, you'll notice, and so sometimes this one can get overloaded pretty easily, just because I believe it's, jamming all that material against the wall at the same time. And so sometimes you can have trouble shearing pins. Not very often, but sometimes. I'll go show you the other one. There's some steers. Those are the ones, we brought some more home the other day from out at the other place. And so we got about 48 here at home now. Okay, now this is the new one. This is an RA 130. So same size. I don't know what the actual measurement on size is, but anyway, so you'll notice here we've got bars that are running at an angle. We've also got a bar in the middle. So this bar right here does not have the cleaner, I guess the cleaning scrape thing on it, but we got two of them that do. So I believe, in my opinion, that we're gonna have less trouble with breaking shear pins and things, because we're not jamming all of that material against the wall at the same time. Whenever this reel comes over this way, we're gradually pushing that material against the wall. And so I think we're gonna have a little bit better luck with this style. Our RA 142, which is the wagon that we feed up here at home with, it has this same design, and we don't have a lot of trouble with it. We load it pretty heavy. So again, same design over here with the augers, bringing that material to the front and getting it out the door. I believe that you can actually still get the model like that other one over here, but we just went with this one to try it, see if we like it a little bit better. Not really sure what it could hurt, but I do believe you can still get the straight bars like that. Also last night, they got the oil change in this tractor, and then me and my brother worked on installing this air ride seat in here. So this tractor was like a county tractor, and it actually had like a boom mower on it and stuff, so I think it was ordered pretty basic, pretty cheap. So it had a spring ride seat in it, and it really wasn't the greatest on ride. So I'm hoping that this air ride seat's a little bit better. Me and Cody had to do some customizing on it. This one actually didn't have a swivel on it, so we took the swivel off of the other seat and then put it back on here. so we actually can swivel the seat back and forth, which is nice whenever you're trying to turn around and see your chute over there whenever you're feeding. So anyways, just a few things we did. I added a mirror on this side. We just had this one laying in the shop. I was hoping that it was a left-hand side mirror so that I could see back there, but I may try to find one for the left side now that I have one for the right. All right, we're putting the feed wagon to use. So we've already fed the cows in the pasture, but we're loading up to go down over the hill now. So everything's working with the wagon itself, but the scale is not working. So I did get the remote display set up, but the scale is not reading correctly because I probably have about 3,500 pounds in there right now. We're only showing about 1,500. So yeah, but anyways, we're going without it. We kind of know what we got to do, so we'll make it work for today. Saturday, we're back feeding again. Just scraped that alleyway out there. Cows are walked over. We're gonna blow straw right now, but I just gotta finish up feeding right here, and then that'll be it. New mixer wagon, it's working. Scale's not working, but I think it's reading about half. So that banging kind of concerns me. I don't know what that is. Whenever I shut that off, something's hitting. But just kind of guesstimating on the feed here, getting it pretty close. So we're gonna put some straw in. So he's gonna load that up. I gotta go let it down a little bit. All right, we're loaded up. Here we got a bale. I'm going to flip the lights on in this barn because I can't hardly see anything. Kind of a cloudy day here. It's about 40 degrees, so everything's kind of melting off. To shovel that feed bunk right there before I could put anything in it because it was full of water. The ice is sliding down off the roof, covering the gutter, and then the water is just dripping into the feed bunks because we don't have overhangs on this barn here. But anyways, I got that all shoveled out, but everything's melting today. Yesterday it melted a lot too, so which is good because it's helping with some of the driveways and getting the weight off these roofs and everything, because we're supposed to be getting a little bit more snow here tomorrow or Monday, it looks like. We got everybody bedded down now. You can't see anything. These windows are terrible, but we came up here to the other barn and got it done. I had a core fall out. I'll have to pick that up tomorrow. We got everybody bedded down here and looking good, so we'll go put this up. Got this thing put in the barn here, so we gotta take our feed wagon and go put it up and then go on to the next thing for today. Everyone, thank you for watching this week's video. Please like and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment, and we'll see you next week.